It's time to break free and awaken your true potential. Download Mindset Daily Motivation now and begin reclaiming control of your life. Why are people so drawn to advice that tells them to do hard things? Because deep down, every human being understands that if you want real, lasting results, you're going to have to put in real, lasting effort. If you don't put in the work, you won't get anything truly meaningful in return. Eventually, life will test you. And if you haven't been consistently working, especially with purpose, you won't be ready when that moment arrives. This thing we call purpose, it's not something we find, it's something we realize. Purpose is not separate from you. It is you. You are the purpose. Always. Have been. It's just a fleeting emotion. It comes and goes. But discipline is everything. So regardless of how you feel, you get up and do what needs to be done. That's the core of discipline, not motivation. If you only acted when you felt inspired, you're leaving your life to chance. Discipline means doing the work whether you feel like it or not. That's how success is built. I once realized that with hard work, I could surpass the valedictorian. I just had to put in 10 extra hours a day. Do you know how much strength that gives you to sit across from that top student and know, I caught you. I'm not smarter, but I worked harder. That's where the real version of David Goggins was born. The future isn't some abstract faraway thing. It's tomorrow. It's the weekend. What you're doing today is shaping it. And the truth is, the way you're doing things right now just isn't working. I've told you this before. You've heard it. The point is, this part of your game has to change. Music. When I hear Goggins' story how he went through it 3 times, it's clear he was never going to quit. His mind was conditioned to carry him farther than his body could. Sometimes you can prepare perfectly, do everything right, and something outside of your control still says no. That's real. SEAL training? It's not fair. It never was. Some great people don't make it because their bodies can't take it. But for most who fail, it's not their body. It's them. It's their mind that gave in. Look, I'm not ashamed to admit when I back down. It is what it is, but the numbers don't lie. Far more people ring the bell than suffer blown-out knees. We're talking 85–90% quit mentally. People often ask, why do you run so much? It's not just for fitness. Life is mostly lived alone. Even with people around you, in your mind you're alone. So I train for those moments, those dark, lonely moments, like mile 70 in a race. When I had 30 more miles to go, my back was wrecked. I was urinating blood, and I knew this is it. There's only so much support anyone can give you. Eventually you're in that deep mental cellar, pulling out every trick, every tactic, just to finish. That's what I prepare for. Music. When that race ended, I collapsed into a bathtub. My ex-wife helped me up the stairs. I was wrecked. Coca-Cola colored fluid oozing out of me. She's a nurse, and she was panicking. She turned the shower on, trying to help, and all I could think was, I want to call the race director and confirm I qualified. She was ready to take me to the hospital. My mum and her doctor friend were freaking out, but I just said, everyone shut up. Wow. I meant it. I was in the worst pain I'd ever felt, and no one would ever understand it. That kind of pain, you earn it. And to me it wasn't suffering. It was confirmation, proof that I figured something out. I cracked the code, and you have to be willing to go there deep, not surface level effort. Surface living is what got me from 75 plebs to 300 lebs. I told everyone I was fine, but I wasn't. It was all hollow talk, empty words. We all do it, but now, every word out of my mouth is real. It has weight. They don't know me, son. You get it. I know. We all have emotions running through our bodies, minds and souls, but I don't run from mine. Most people feel fear, and take the easy road. But when I'm afraid, I see it as a sign. I must go that way. I have to. Most people can't understand that. I believe our character and environment matter. Sure, but both can be outworked through sheer will. You have more control over your life than your background does. As someone who once felt completely powerless, I can tell you the moment you realize that effort pays off in real-world results, everything changes. That shift, that's what lets people take control, move forward, and shape their own lives. That's why I say, make your own mission statement, not your company's yours. What do you stand for? Wake up every day and hold yourself to it. Once you know what you're about, you can start improving with others, or on your own. But until you define your own code, you'll keep sitting down instead of standing up. The world is loud. Your mind needs silence to hear who you really are. People ask, what's my purpose? You won't find it out there in the noise. You find it when you sit quietly with yourself, when you reflect on your journey, where you've been, and where you're going. The feeling is always, don't let the world rush you out of it. Don't let yourself rush past it. The goal isn't to stay in the moment, but to make that moment part of who you are. Like breathing, like your DNA, like these calluses on my hands. They're on my brain now. This is me. So you've got to detach from emotion. Control it. Lead with clarity. Guide others the right way. Don't let your emotions lead you into mistakes. When I feel anger or jealousy, I stop and say, there's your ego talking. I pause. I listen to the other person. I try to see from their view. I try to understand. That's power. What's amazing about the human mind is it adapts. Your new impossible becomes your new normal. Running 200 or 240 miles eventually feels like 50. That's why I keep pushing, because there's always more. Life will throw things at you that are out of your hand. And sure, some people say, that's not my fault. Like when someone gets a disease, it's no one's fault. It just happens. But what you can own is how you respond. That's everything. Control what you can. Let go of what you can't. But don't underestimate how much control you actually have. People say, that's not on me. But extreme ownership means flipping that mindset. Most of the time you can do something about it. And if you can, then it is on you. One of the biggest lessons my mum taught me, she didn't even know she was teaching me. She didn't sit me down and explain it. My father broke her spirit. But as a kid I watched everything. I wasn't good at school, but I was good at life. I studied people. I saw her struggle, and knew I don't want to live like that. She never coddled me. When I failed, when I hit bottom, she didn't comfort me. She didn't have time for that. And that was the greatest gift. She didn't say it, but her actions told me, figure it out or be a statistic. She didn't mean to give me that message, but I got it. Most people see a tough world and use it as an excuse. I saw it as the best training ground imaginable. Today's world isn't soft and I'm built for it. I'm prepared for every failure coming my way. I learned that hard work usually makes a good SEAL. Sure, some guys were just naturally talented. They'd show up last minute and crush the run or shooting comp. That wasn't me. I wasn't naturally great at anything, but I saw others like me, not gifted, but disciplined. They showed up early. They put in the reps. They stuck with the process. That's how you win. Through work, through commitment, through discipline.